So, well, you're about halfway through this tour now, aren't you? How has it been so far?
Really cold. Yeah.
Is it usually warmer in America?
Well, where I live in South Carolina, even in winter, it's never really that cold. Yeah.
Culture shock then. So, it doesn't seem long since you were here with Chrissy on the last tour. It seems you've done like 2 tours for one album now. How has that come about?
Well, we really wanted to promote the latest record. So we did not only 2 tours here, but 2 in the U.S. Went to South America, we went to Japan, we went to New Zealand, Australia, a bunch of other motherfucking places. Yeah, we've really been working the shit out of this record.
For any reason, is it better than the others, or?
Well, in the age of downloading, it's tough to sell records. So, you gotta work twice as hard.
So, I hope you don't mind me asking, can you, live off the money that you earn from the band then? Is most of the money from touring?
Do you mean you in general, or you in particular?
You.
Yeah, we all live just fine. Yeah, we're doing great.
Now, Niles, you're a pretty musically intense band. Do you have to do a lot of rehearsing before you go on tour?
Absolutely. All of us are very serious players. We all play hours and hours every day. Mm-hmm. But because George lives in Athens, Greece, full band rehearsals are usually just before the tour. He'll fly over for a week or 2 weeks or whatever, and then we rehearse just the set like fucking madmen, like 8 hours a day. Mm-hmm. Yeah, wow. So we're pretty serious about our rehearsals.
So how do you actually pick which songs you play?
Well, we try to think, which songs can we leave out, and people won't throw stuff at us, right? And whatever's left is the songs that, if we didn't play, people would get really unbelievably upset. Yeah.
Do you see a difference between the audiences in America and the ones in Europe? Can you tell where you are?
Well, you can tell where you are a lot of times by looking out and what the people look like. Sure, what they smell like. You're in Italy. Yeah, France, pretty easy to tell, even if you had your eyes closed. Yeah. Because of all the bread and cheese. Or the pizza. Mm-hmm. Right, yeah, absolutely. No, American audiences and European audiences, it's made up of, white males. So it looks kind of the same, but I'd say last few years the European audience, the metal audience, has been way more sincere as a metal audience than the American audiences. It's so trendy in America, it's unbelievable. Yeah.
So how would you describe the development of Nile through the years? Because for the last sort of few albums, there's been more longer songs and stuff compared to the first albums.
You think so? I don't know. There were a few short songs on this new record.
Yeah, there were a few, but in general, looking at Annihilation of the Wicked, the last 2 songs are 10 minutes and stuff.
Well, Darkened Shrines had Una Slayer of the Odds. That's 12 minutes. In their Darkened Shrines was 18 minutes. Certainly, those are long songs.
Yeah, but there's only one of those on those albums, there aren't there?
Annihilation had 3 epic length songs on it. Yep, absolutely. Yep.
Is it like a maturing process then, where you maybe put more attention into the detail of songs?
Well, I don't know. I think those songs were just longer songs. There's 2 long songs on the new record, Dagon and Those Whom the Gods Detest. But the rest are like medium length songs. Yeah, 3-4 minute songs. Yeah.
Now, Nile have never released a live album or a DVD. Is that something that you've ever considered?
Well, if we were going to do it, we'd want to do it right. I believe if fans are going to pay for something, they deserve, the real thing. So far, we have not come across a situation that would have allowed for a professional live DVD yet, or a CD for that matter. So until it comes along, we can't do it. For instance, Nuclear Blast, when we signed the deal with them, they were supposed to give us $50,000 to do a live DVD. It was part of the deal, but we ain't seen it yet. So, I can't make it appear out of nowhere.
Did you have any preference to where you did record one? Would you prefer like a festival, a massive audience, or just an intimate show?
I'd prefer an intimate show where time and care to properly record it could be taken. Yeah, I think that's what I would rather see if I were a fan. Big shows are exciting and all, but often there's stuff that, because it's a big show and things are rush, things fall through the cracks.
Now, Egyptian mythology is obviously, it goes without saying, it's something that you're very interested in. What was the first thing that you saw that made you think, I really want to know more about this?
The first thing I saw that I want to know more about this, well, I don't know. Maybe watching movies when I was a kid, like Ten Commandments, Land of the Pharaohs, Sodom and Gomorrah. Yeah, it was very fascinating stuff. And then, of course, the Mummy movies. The original ones, like with Boris Karloff, that was really cool stuff.
Have you ever been to Egypt?
Well, it looks like it's a terrible time to go right now. Oh, my God. I'm supposed to be going to Dubai, and I found out the tickets to go from Dubai to Cairo were only €90. So I was like, all right, fuck, we can make this happen. Because if you go from America, it's like $2,500. So you can't do that on a death metal salary. No fucking way. But right now it's just really it's not the best time.
No, you can say that again. So, in the early 90s, what was it that made you want to cross death metal and you're interested in the Egyptian themes?
Well, it just seemed like a fun thing to do. Pete Hamora, the original drummer, he's Lebanese. And we played together in metal cover bands for years and years and years. And one of the things we always said was like, given the chance, if we could do whatever the fuck we wanted to do, what would we want to do? The conversation was always, well, let's cross some of that Middle Eastern stuff with some metal. No one's doing that. We could do the shit out of that. So when it came time, to do Nile, we're like, well, duh. This ought to be, right up our alley.
So, have you been following what's happened in Egypt? Is it something that you're actually interested in, modern Egypt?
Well, sure, I'm interested. I care. So every day that we do happen to get some decent internet, yeah, we're on there checking it out. Yeah, wow.
Someone's coming in the room. Now, you've got your Karl Sanders solo stuff as well. Have you put any more thought into doing more of that stuff in the future?
Sure, I've thought about it. The next project on our list, though, is a new Nile record. Yeah, that's coming next.
Okay. So, after the touring and after you've finished doing this tour, is it straight to doing the new album then?
It sure is. Yeah, we start writing straight off.
Have you got any ideas already?
We got a song already, and I got piles of ideas, so... yeah.
Okay.
It's time to get busy.
Well, thank you very much for your time. If you've got any last words for the people of Metal Storm, then.
What's up, Metal Storm?